which and all of them are living or are moving to Chiang Rai. So we will begin the hybrid meeting very soon. And when we have that, I think Total Chien Pachong, our area director, and me, we will go to Chiang Rai together. So would you like to do that? Total Chien Pachong, our area director? We can do that. Yes, we will visit booths and we will ride bicycle together. That's one of my dreams.
I'm jealous.
With his gang. He got a big gang riding bicycle and have some coffee, snack together. I really love to join their company. Thank you very much for that, Bruce. I think you will accept me as a temporary member.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you. Let us jump into the meeting. We have a special person as always. And today he's still in Taiwan, Taipei, I believe. Not Taipei, Kaohsiung. Yes. He is a global citizen. I can say that he is a man we can trust. Always, when I heard James say something, I never doubt anything about his word. To me, he is a man with integrity. So I believe everything he said. And what I like, I met him in Chiang Mai Toastmaster at Orchid Hotel, the Chiang Mai Orchid Hotel. He carry his bicycle upstairs to the second floor. And I touched his bicycle. I know. It's a very expensive one, I know. And with that inspired me. So I went to see my brother. He did not ride bicycle anymore. So I took 2 bicycles from him in Nakhon Sawan, in the middle of Thailand. You see, so I got 2 bicycles free of charge from my brother with James inspiration. Thank you, James. And he will be our Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster of the day. He will tell us everything about our meeting. And he also be the evaluator for me. I put him on the second evaluator as well. That is the inspirational speech. So I will share the evaluation form with you later. That is an impromptu, just say something about my speech. So that's all, James. Okay. So let's give the floor to James, Toastmaster of the day, please.
Well, thank you for those kind words, TM Tanu. And it's a pleasure to be here this evening as the Toastmaster. The last time I took this role, I was in Vietnam, and that's why I chose the theme around coffee, being that Vietnam is so famous for its delicious coffee. And this time I am in Taiwan, and the theme is around food. Because for those of you who've ever been to Taiwan, it's a big culture on food. But I know that every country has its great foods, including Thailand. And that's the exciting thing about traveling and going to different places. So the theme is around food, but I chose the phrase food for thought, which opens up an entirely different meaning to the word and allows the group to decide where we want to go with this phrase and what we want to talk about. But I'm going to leave a little bit more of that to the grammarian, so she can give us her take on the meaning, as well as the word of the day. So the great thing about this meeting is it's a small group, and that gives us all an opportunity to speak. The meeting consists of 3 parts. We have 2 prepared speeches today, followed by an impromptu session, finishing with the evaluations. The meeting is only an hour, so time is precious, and that's why I'd like to call on some of the technicians to introduce their roles. So let's first welcome the grammarian, Toastmaster TM Jinia, to tell us more about that. Thank you, TM Jinia, grammarian.
Let me share my screen to you all, guys. Thank you so much, our Toastmaster of today. And let me share my screen to you. I don't think. Right. So everyone can see the screen. So my role tonight is the grammarian. So I'll be showing you what nourishment, that's the word of the day, nourishment, for us to use during our conversation in this meeting. So nourishment means the food necessary for growth, health, and condition. This is the only thing that I can, it's very simple. I know this has been used in the 1800s up to 2019, and it's been an overused words actually. But we can still use that one. That doesn't mean that it's overused because we stop using it. And our theme for tonight is about food for thought. It is something that we should consider. And anything can come up with food for thought. And this opens us what our Toastmaster of the day has said, that this opens a lot of avenue or direction where we can talk about. It's something that warrants a serious consideration for everyone, for us to talk. So that is my role for tonight. And as a grammarian as well, I'm going to record how many word of the day has been used during this meeting. And perhaps we could use as well synonyms about nourishment. And my second role is as the accounter. And as the accounter as well, I'm going to record our crutches. How many times we mentioned our crutches. And this is my role for tonight. Back to you, our Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, TM Junior. I see you're multitasking tonight, so thank you there. And I wondered if you could take I can still see you. I don't know about anyone else. I can still see your screen view, so I don't know if that's just me. Okay, that's great, fantastic. And I can see we have a guest that probably some of you are familiar with. His name's Ted. He just joined us, so thank you, Ted, for coming along. More the merrier. Being a small group, we do need a few more members, so let's welcome Ted. And Wissett's with us too, and he's Toastmaster Wissett. So thank you for joining us. It's the numbers are growing. It's great to see you all here tonight. And I am going to drop a note to Ted to ask him if he could kindly fill a role to help me out also. Back to the technicians' roles, I would like to welcome TM Young as the timer. Let's welcome TM Young to explain the timer's role.
Yes, thank you very much, Toastmaster of the day, James Austen. Yes, my role today is to time everyone, especially in the section of prepared speech. You will have time for 5 to 7 minutes. When you see the green side, that means 5 minutes, 6, yellow, and red, 7 minutes. Yes, back to you, Toastmaster of the day, please.
Thank you, Tim Young. And do we have a R counter tonight? Do we have an R counter in the group? Yeah, we do. Of course we do. Ginny is multitasking up there. Thank you. Let's hear your role again. R counter. Thank you, TM Junior.
I already explained my role, but for those who
you did.
Later,
You probably did. You probably did. You probably did. I wasn't listening. I was too busy thinking about selecting roles for different people. Okay, thank you. Fantastic. Okay, so technicians, thank you. Crucial people to help keep the meeting going. But now we have the prepared speech session. Just to let you know, every meeting's different. So the way we roll, it will be different here. And I'm kind of just with the Chiang Rai Toastmasters, it is a little bit kind of go with the flow. It's a little bit laid back. So we just kind of pick things up as we're going on a little bit. But we usually do. We are going to the first prepared speech is TM Wissett, which I don't know a great deal about, but I think you're a former Chiang Mai Toastmaster. And this is an icebreaker of yours. So really looking forward to your icebreaker speech. Thank you for joining us. And first of all, though, we have the personal speech evaluator, Bruce, to just deliver his, explain what pathway he is on today. Thank you, TM Bruce.
Well, I don't know what pathway TM Wissett is on, but I do know that the purpose of this speech is for the member to introduce him or herself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. And then it goes on to say, notes for the evaluator. This member is completing his or her first speech in Toastmasters. I gather that can't be true if this Toastmaster has previously served elsewhere. In any case, the goal of the evaluation is to give the member an effective evaluation of his or her speech and delivery style. Because the icebreaker is the first project a member completes, you may choose to use only the note section and not the numerical score. Okay, so
Fantastic. Thank you for that, TM Bruce. And let's hear it for TM Wissett's icebreaker speech. Just welcome, TM Wissett.
Good evening, Toastmaster of the Day and Toastmaster Fellow. First of all, I would like to thank DTM Tanu and TM Ta for inviting me to this Chiang Rai Toastmaster Club with a very warm welcome. About my topic for today is the journey of my life. My topic will be divided into 4 parts. Each part I had met a lot of experience that I would like to share to my new friend over here today. The first part of my life's journey is studying. I was born in the period of baby boom. My dad, my mom encouraged me to focus in studying. During that time, there's not many social media like today. We, 4 siblings of the family, we have just only the comic books and children magazine to read. And the best one of the book that I like very much is The World Famous Person. The content of the book is about the scientists who invent the new machine or discover the new phenomenon. For example, Michael Faraday, who invent electricity bulb, and Marie Curie, who got the Nobel Prize in radiology research. That person inspired me. And I love this book very much. I read it for many times. So I spent most of my childhood in studying. At this moment, you may think that I was a nerd. Actually, I was. However, I also enjoy hobbies such as painting, singing, and playing basketball. I pursue my dream to be a doctor. And finally, I graduated medical doctor from Chiang Mai University. For the second part of my life journey is discipline taught me to believe in 4 important morals. The first one is diligent in studying, in working. The second is honest, whether other people know or not. And the third one is saving, how to spend money just only when it's really necessary. And the fourth one is persevering, never give up when faced with a difficulty. Please don't think that I'm showing off, but I just want to say that those are the food of thought that nourished me to be a strong, good man. The third part of my journey my life journey is family life. I met a young lady who was my high school friend. She's a dentist. We got along very well together and we got married for 36 years. You may wonder, is she beautiful? Yes, she is in my eyes. We have one son and one daughter. Our family are very well connected. We listen to and support each other. You may think that my family is so warm. Yes, but sometimes it's too hot. And the last part of my life journey is social life. After a long time working as a doctor, I have seen a change of life together with the Buddha's teaching, a circle of life, to be born, sick, and then finally die. I had passed many important moments of my life. Now, I wish the remaining time of my life will be useful to the other people. My journey is so long, more than 60 years. You may think I am coming to the end of the life. No. It's just the end of the speech for today. I wish from now on, my journey will be accompanied with good friends as you guide Chiang Rai Toastmaster Fellow. Back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Let's give him a round of applause. Thank you, TM Wissert. That was a fantastic icebreaker. It's great you've joined us and congratulations on your success. Thank you for sharing your journey with us and some good words of wisdom. And I don't think you're showing off. I think you're worthy of the things you said. So thank you there. Looking forward to the report, the evaluation for that towards the end. So our second prepared speech is by the notorious TM Tanu, and he asked me to be the evaluator, but because Ted has arrived and Ted is a very experienced Toastmaster, I'm going to ask him if he could be PE for TM Tanu's speech. If that's okay, is that okay with you, Ted? I don't know if you've received. I've just literally sent you the. We're going to look for, or about what you're going to, how you're going to evaluate Tanu. Okay, let's hear.
The objective of this speech is to present this speech on a topic with the intent of inspiring Tanu. Distinguished Toastmaster Tanu is an experienced Toastmaster. We don't have to worry about all the details. Let's just sit back and be inspired.
Fantastic. Let's hear it for TM Tanu.
When I was young, my big brother used to play game with me. And one of the games that remind me today that I want to share with you is this game. He put something that I wanted in his hand, closed hand, in the fist like this. And he said, open it, and then you got it. And he's a big guy. I was a small little boy, right? So I didn't know how to open his arm. And I could not open his arm. But At the end, he gave me a hint, very useful for my life. He said, Thanu, young brother, the first thing you have to do to open my fist is to open the little finger. The little finger. If you can open the little finger, the rest of my finger could not resist, and you got what you want. And this, I learned the power of one. And that one might not be the strongest one. You can play this game tonight with your sibling or with your husband and wife, your spouse. Try to hide a 1,000 baht in your hands and then let her open. And you can give me the trick like my big brother did to me. Believe me. And from that day, I learned the power of one. Imagine, if you want to be a millionaire, at least you have to get 1 million baht, right, to be a millionaire or more. But if you have 1 baht, just you need 1 more baht. That doesn't consider as the 1 million. It's considered as 999 baht, not 1 million. You see, the power of one is so powerful. And when I joined Toastmasters, I also think about this. And this term, I am a club extension chair. My job is to help people in all walks of life, in community or in the corporate, to build new clubs, so that we can get rid of provisional or the P. If you can notice, our district ends with the letter P. And the letter P is poor to me because we cannot go beyond our district. It's not just the club extension chair. I also use the power of one to formulate my strategy. You may notice that now we have 1 new club in Udon Thani. We have 1 more club in Chiang University. 2 days ago, it's my dream to build a new club in Lampang. And from the middle of nowhere, a man called Trai. Trai is going to be a new member for Lamphun. He wants to join Chiang Toastmasters, but meet for Lamphun, right? So I invited him to join Lamphun, and he loved Lamphun. He just fall in love with Lamphun right away, like James fall in love with Chiang Rai at first sight, at first visit. So different people, different minds, they may like the club, not the same club. And it's, I believe we can build a new club in Lampang very soon with this leader, if I'm not wrong. So the power of one always work well if you look for it. Look for one leader to do anything. Look at Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs is the only one who can make Apple become a big company. Of course, his vision, but he make a big team to do that. So to have a great idea, you have to be alone. You cannot make a great idea by brainstorming. No way. That is a mediocre idea in the brainstorming. But when you have sit down alone in the corner of your house, that great idea will come to you. And that is how meditation works for everyone, you see. Ladies and gentlemen, now come to the secret. The secret is you have the power of one, but you may not know. The power of one is within each and every one of us. And if you look back into your life and make something new, even bigger to happen, not only in Toastmasters, but maybe in your community. So that is what I would like to share with you tonight. Back to you, our Toastmaster of the day, Toaster James.
Give TM Tanu a round of applause. Thank you so much. And you can just hear it in his everything, in Tanu's excitement, his passion. Toastmasters meetings now, but I don't know anyone who is as passionate in this club as Tanu. I'd be interested to know how many meetings you've attended and how many speeches you've given. Another great speech. I don't know if you've done that speech before, or you prepared much for it, but you've got so much experience. You've got lots of stories, lots of examples, and these are things that you've built up through the time. You're a good speaker. Thank you for giving us another speech, and we believe you. We believe in you. So thank you. Hey, so that's the prepared speech section over. Next, we have the impromptu session, and this is where all the fun lies. So let's welcome, is it TM Tanu again for, who's run? Yeah, TM Tanu again, you're back again to explain the table topics. Hope you've had a sip of some water, but no, you've got endurance. When it comes to speaking, Tanu's got endurance. Let's welcome TM Tanu back for the table topic session to explain more. Thank you.
Thank you, James. I will do the table topic session differently, and everyone will be a table topic master. Is that okay for you? So I will give the first question to someone, and then after you finish your answer, you have to give another question relatable to our theme, food for thought, and try to use the word nourishment or the family of nourishment. Okay, so you will be the Toastmaster of the day together with me. I will be the one who kick off only. We don't have to explain the rules. So we just go into the session. So my topic, I will ask one person first, and you prepare to select another one, okay? So my first person that I would like to ask is my evaluator, Ted. My question is, yes, we have food for thought, but I will ask you not the food for thought, but I will ask, what is your food for your mind? Your mind. What is the food that you feed your mind? Ted, please.
Well, did I feed my mind? I'm a little confused as to whether you mean literally or figuratively. Literally, I suppose eggs might be the best food for my mind because they have a lot of choline and other nutrients which are good for the brain. So there's at least one doctor here, as in every Toastmaster, Thailand Toastmasters meeting. So we know that the brain runs on acetylcholine, and eggs have a lot of choline. So eggs help us think. And in the morning, I try to make an omelet and toast because eggs are easy to make and toast is easy to make, unless the toaster is really cheap and the timer can be a little off. So sometimes it's a little burnt and sometimes it's not quite crispy. But overall, I find that whenever I try to make an omelet and toast, it comes out as an acceptable breakfast. And I think it gives me a lot of mental energy and food for thought for the next 24 hours until the next day when I have to think of what to eat on that day. Okay, so the next question. Toastmaster Willie, what do you think is the best food to make us look 15 years younger than our true age?
For your very make me young, not too much fat, and mostly should be from vegetable, from fruit, and clean water. But I really know what make me young. It is Botox. It's Botox. But the food I don't know really that can make me young to be 10 years younger. Okay. The next question going to TM Ta. What is the food to what is the food for your calming mind? From your mind to be calm. What is the food for that nourishing you? This TM Ta.
Thank you, table topic today. We have different table topic and different question. My question is, what is the food for your calmness? Exactly, meditation. When I start to practice meditation, what comes up to my mind? I have calmness in my mind. Previous time, I used to be mad at my husband very much. But now, I think I can bear what he did that the first time. I think it is not what I like. I think I should receive what I like, not what he liked. But when I practice meditation more and more, I have calmness in my mind and I can think about the others, not only myself. I have to calm myself when I feel I cannot control my mind, cannot control my moody or something. But the food that I took for 4 or 5 years now is meditation. I start meditation with one word only, that is Putto. And Putto helped me to be my food for my calmness. Back to you. No, not back to you, but we proceed on to James.
Hey, okay.
Yeah, James. I have the quote for you. Do not resist change. Do not resist change. Take them like vitamins for your life. Do not resist change. Take them like vitamins for your life.
Thank you, TM Ta. So I heard the word change and do not resist change. So over the past 3 years, my life has been full of change. And I think everyone's life since the pandemic has changed considerably. And I don't know if people's lives have got back to normal, whatever that means. For me, it is like that, whatever that means. My life has not got back to normal. So I'm having to embrace change. I'm not resisting it. And in relation to food, I'm having to change and adapt to different eating. I was in Taiwan, I was in Thailand. I was enjoying the Thai food, a bit spicy, but I had to adapt to that. I was in Vietnam, slightly different, but adapting to that. I do some cooking at home, but when you're traveling, it's not so easy. And now I'm in Taiwan, I'm adapting to the foods. Delicious, yes, but I'm adapting to the different foods, of course, which Taiwan has to offer. But it's always adapting to these different, all the different nutrients and nourishment that cultures have to offer. And yes, vitamins. You have to think about, despite when you go down the market and see that fried, juicy, crispy, whatever, squids that I need for my body. This is what I'm constantly thinking of. But you know, we can't always be too picky sometimes. We've just got to delve in, have a little bit of this, have a little bit of that, and just hope for the best. But so far, I think, looking at me, looking in the mirror, I'm okay. I'm not doing too bad. It could be worse. But yes, certainly I'm not resisting change. I'm having to embrace change and adapt to different eating habits, and I'm enjoying it. And that's all I have to say for that. Thank you for that question, TM Ta. I'm now going to ask, who have we got? Who hasn't done it? TM Bruce, TM, yeah, TM Bruce. Okay, let's ask a question. Okay, for you. Okay, TM Bruce, how has your diet changed from now to what it was, say, when you were a, I don't know, teenager or something like this? How has your diet changed? Or maybe it's still the same. Let's hear it for TM Bruce. Has your diet changed?
Oh,
and what advice can you give us?
thank you so much for that question, because there is so much substance to it. My whole life has changed since I was a sick Western lifestyle. The plate that we would eat, half of it would be filled with meat. It was all about meat in North America. And you would have a little bit of vegetable to the side, and what you almost never had was rice. The only time I had rice when I was growing up was when I went into a Chinese restaurant, or when my mother would make rice pudding for a dessert. We always had a dessert, always a sweet. Now, living in Thailand, it's very different. Meat is just a small portion of my meal. There are lots of vegetables and a lot of rice. And when it comes to dessert, it's just a piece of fruit. So I do not feel deprived at all. I feel that meal is very well balanced. It's nourishing me in exactly the same, in the ways that I really need to be nourished. And what's more, and perhaps most important, it is nourishing my mind. Those fruits and vegetables are inputs. So, is there anybody?
Next time.
Is there anybody?
Genia.
Who remains?
Genia.
Oh, Genia, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, Genia made an excellent speech this morning as our demonstration speaker, and I'm sure she's going to do very well on this one. Genia, what really gets you thinking?
Sorry, can you please come again?
What really gets you thinking?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bruce, for your question. What really gets me thinking? What makes me really get thinking is that I have to have enough sleep. Once I don't have that 8 hours sleep, my brain is foggy. I can't think, I can't speak. Maybe I can speak phrase, but the way my content or the way I speak or the way I speak to someone is just like senseless at all. I have been through it because I was a support worker for a year, and it just keeps going on and on and on. So what I did is that I have to cut back my shift into 4-hour shift to get back into be myself, because lack of sleep really affects the way you think. It really affects the way you see things going around you, and even decision making affects that way of thinking. You can't decide, but you really can't, and sometimes it stresses you. And also for food for thought is that what makes me really thinking is to eat a well-balanced diet. How are we going to do that? Have a colorful food on your plates. Roy, you have to have the green, the red, meat is red, yellow on your plates. And don't skip food in your life as well, because it nourishes you. It helps you to be well balanced in everything. It gives you the energy. And once you have that energy, it makes you think more, be balanced, and keeps the energy going all throughout the day. Back to you, back to you, round robin master, Toastmaster Bruce, for this.
Thank you. Whatever, whoever. Thank you.
We are all capable master tonight.
Enjoy nourishment. Everyone share their food of skill. Thank you very much. And this is the time that I shall return the control back to.
Thank you, TM Tanu, for a great idea with the table topics. Well challenged, but well nourished. And what's great with a small group like this, we have a way of getting out of it. I always think this club is like short, intensive. We've got an hour, small group, but it's intensive. You're all going to get a go. There's no getting out of it. And yeah, there's lots of roles, so lots of multi-roles. Great. Now we come to our final part of the meeting, which is the important evaluation section. And to help us move forward with those, let's call on the personal speech evaluator, TM Bruce, to give us a report on TM Wissett's speech. Thank you, TM Bruce.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the Day. I really like icebreakers. That is our opportunity to get to know each other. And I thank Toastmaster Willie for sharing so much of his life and talking about concrete things. We really got a handle of what his life is like through that description. What I particularly liked about Willie's speech is it was well organized. He said there were going to be 4 parts, and he went part 1, and part 1 was about his studies. He told us exactly what would be part 1 would be about, and then he listed his studies in a very concrete way. Part 2 would be about the virtues and discipline that he learned from his parents. Part 3 essentially was about his marriage, to his childhood sweetheart. And part 4 was about now moving into a more Buddhist perspective on life. I linked it at the end to wanting to develop more social relationships, and he was looking to doing this through Toastmasters. So he is linking his plans to our needs, to our club, to us. That is a very strong way to end a speech. Now, how do I think Toastmaster Willie could improve a bit? First of all, I felt the beginning was weak. You don't need to thank people for inviting you to come and speak in the group. You kind of lost momentum. And you didn't, I think a great way to begin a speech is with a question to engage your audience, get them thinking along what your way, what you're going to be talking about. So for example, you might say, well, how do you think about your life? I think about my life in 4 parts. And then you're going. So you've got them engaged from the beginning. Now, another component is I think it's important to get and keep that eye contact. You were very frequently moving, you had good eye contact, and then you would look to the side, and then you go back. You're probably reading something, your notes. Try to minimize that. Somebody who is excellent with eye contact was DTM Tanun. Right from the beginning to the end, he is looking right into your eyes. So that he is a good model to follow. And then my third point, and I have to look, yes, hand motion. I could see your motioning with your hands, but the way the screen was set, I could only see the top bits of your hands. If you're going to be addressing through a screen, you've got to get it up onto the screen so that doing a hand motion is not for you, it's for us, to get us involved. So we need to see those hands. So those are my 3 most informative and interesting address.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Valuable and sincere report. Thank you. And let's invite the next Ted for the second speech evaluation of
Master Tanu's speeches. I joined Chiang Tanu's speeches. But the coolest thing is that he's done so many speeches, and every speech is different. There's always new examples, new points. It seems like it's endless. It's amazing that you could be doing Toastmasters for so many years and still have so many new ideas. So do it before you're ready. That's his most famous one, but today this was something I never heard before. Okay. Sometimes it's hard to evaluate when it's really perfect. So I will, instead of saying how good it is, I'll try to use my experience to point out specific details that maybe we can copy. Okay, so he started with a very detailed story. It was very simple, and there was steps of suspense. He didn't just come out with the point. He talked about a fist. Okay, what's happening now? Then step by step, one more detail. You know what's in my hand? Then talking about opening one finger, he worked on that as one well-stated point. It's a bit like Japanese kaiseki ryori. They give you one dish of, it's like one mouthful, but there's a lot of dishes and they build up. So I really liked how you spent about 1 minute on one seemingly tiny story, and then you used that story to unfold in different directions. And of course, Toastmasters know that we should have three points. So he unfolded that into a millionaire, starts with 1 baht, and then bringing it back home, 1 Toastmasters club at a time will lead to many clubs and removal of that P from our division name. And then 1 man, Steve Jobs, had a big there were 3 ones which became something big. But that was really cool. Suggestion and was that in a way, this from 1 to many years back at the end, your final sentence was, so I hope you use this to improve yourself. It's a great ending, but I felt it was kind of where it was going. I felt the way as good as Abbey Road and Sergeant Pepper. So it was good, but maybe it has to be better. That's my only suggestion. Great speech. I enjoyed it very much. Back to you, Ms. General Evaluator.
Thank you, TM Ted. I couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you for filling in for me. Yeah, no, that's fine. And yeah, you always come up with something different every time, something interesting for us to learn with. So yeah, it's really good to see you after such a while. Next, I'd like to invite the R counter with the, is it R counter report? I think it might be. I'm just R counter and grammarian report. Maybe you can do them together. Yeah.
Timer report.
Is it timer now? Is it timer report? Okay, let's ask the timer, TM Yong, for the timer report. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, Toastmaster today. Yes, it's my time to report the meeting now. We start exactly on time, 6:45, and let's have a look at speech session. Toastmaster Wisud, time allowed 4 to 6 minutes. He took 5 minutes and 50 seconds. Next one, Toastmaster Thanu, time allowed 5 to 7 minutes. He took 7 minutes and 10 seconds. That is on time. Have a look at table topic section. The first one, Toastmaster Ted, time allowed 1 to 2 minutes. He took 1 minute and 25 seconds. Next one, Toastmaster Wisud, he took 1 minute exactly. And next, Toastmaster Ta, 1 minute and 45 seconds. Next one, Toastmaster James, he took 2 minutes exactly. Next one, Toastmaster Bruce, he took 2 minutes exactly. And last one, Toastmaster Junior, she took 2 minutes. Yes, back to you, Toastmaster today.
Thank you, TM Yong, for that time report. Thank you. And is it right time for grammarian R counter now?
Yes.
Yeah. Junior, let's welcome GM Junior.
Thank you very much.
Grammarian.
Master of the day. So with my grammarian report, I only going to report a few things. And congratulations everyone for using the word of the day. Some of you use the synonym. Some of you use descriptive words such as concrete things in an adjective form. And mediocre, I heard someone say mediocre, which means something that is not very good or something that's not very good enough. And other one use the word substance, which is a noun, which is related to our theme. And the word of the day. And some used as well the word nourishing and other phrases that I have heard that everyone use, some of us use, is circle of life. They are phrasal words, but they are beautiful, and the power of one as well. Next is about just few changes on our grammar. I heard someone say, for my calmness, this should be used to be calm instead. And the other one I heard is that what comes up to my mind. What comes up to my mind? Oh, I think that is correct, by the way. And as the ad counter, only few of us, all of us have said one crutches, which is which is just and just few things. So well done to everyone. And just to remind of us, just the word so, that we always start our sentence in a so. That may perhaps gives us a reminder not to use always the word so in our sentences. And this is my report. And back to you, our Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, TM Junior. Okay, so lastly for the evaluations, we have the general evaluator. Let's welcome TM Tar for the overview of the meeting. Thank you.
The power of pause. I grab your attention by pause, right? Okay, the role of general evaluator is to give you the mirror to see what you saw in the mirror, what the performance you have done, what good you did, what the point that you should improve. But today, as a general evaluator, I would like to start with before the meeting. How about the agenda? The agenda was well prepared before the time of the meeting. And then chairperson called the meeting to order on time. Chairperson gave the opening speech that relate to the theme. The theme was good for thought and nourishment. Yes, that is the chairperson share with us today. And he also introduced Toastmaster of the day that I think this cover all the role of the chairperson. He did good. I have no comment on this. For Toastmaster James, he ran the meeting, followed the agenda smoothly, and he did all the role of the Toastmaster of the day that introduced Toastmaster International, introduced Chiang Rai Toastmaster Club. She explained about the theme and word of the day, and also encouraged participants to include the theme and word of the day in the speech. He introduced tag team, welcome guests. That is covered all the roles of the Toastmaster of the day. Two things that I would like to suggest him. First, he didn't read the mission of the meeting. Yes, you forgot it, right? Another thing is that when you introduce the speaker, please give the detail of the title or the time that the speaker will use in that speech. Maybe you speak so fast that I couldn't hear what is the project or what is the time that each speaker was going to present. That is only 2 points that I would like to suggest to improve in the next time. So now with personal evaluator, Toastmaster Bruce. If Toastmaster really is not the Toastmasters before, I think this is not merciful evaluation because he gave three points to improve or to create a suggestion, but it's useful for the speaker. But I think maybe later, after the first speech of icebreaker, maybe you scare the new speaker. Okay. But you did good that you tell what you love to hear or to see, and what is your suggestion. That's cover all the points. And also when you gave the suggestion, you gave the example of what to do. This is great. And for that's only for personal evaluator 1, Toastmaster Bruce. For Toastmaster Ted, the personal evaluator 2, I like the way he began his speech with the question, like the speaker. Yes. And also he used he gave the suggestion to the speaker. But one thing I would like to add to your not add to your evaluation, but I give the suggestion for the evaluator today, because I saw he always look to the script. Yeah, okay. Like Bruce said that maybe we can use the script near the camera or something, that we don't leave our eye from the camera. Yes, that is only one point to give for the evaluator. Programmarian, you explain top cover all the point that you have to do your role. Yes, I say the grammarian and the accountant role together. Okay. You give the concise and detail. Yes, concise and detail. That is good. No suggestion for you. Give her big hand. Okay. Okay, now Hammer. He did great when explained and demonstrated the back screen, and he gave the reported time. He reported his record concise and detailed. That's great. And for Toastmaster, table topic today. What a wonderful table topic. Creative. Yes, creative one. He always prepare one question. He saved his energy and asked everyone to engage in his session. That's good, and I think it's creative. For our speaker, I think everyone have great idea about the answer, and also raise the question to ask the next victim. Okay. And I think the session is fun today, and I like it. I like every thought, every opinion that every speaker share. And I think this is, maybe we can use it next time if we have time. If Toastmaster table topic not have enough time to prepare or the question. And this is good because we have different idea about the question, not only from one, but from all. Yes, that is, I think I cover my, one thing that I can admire all of us is that the time management, everyone speak or present in the assigned time. And also I think we did great at the whole of the meeting today, even though we have our time overtime for a bit now. Back to you. Back to who? Back to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, TM Tar. Thank you. It's great to see you having so much fun. Thank you for that. And yeah, we all did. I want to say thanks for everyone who came, organized this, put it together, helped me. I hope you all took something away. It's food for thought. Toastmasters offers so much more than just delivering a speech. It provides a place to learn, connect, engage, grow, which are all essential ingredients for the mind and brain. So these are the things we always need. And I'm going to cut it at that now. Looking at the time, I'm going to let the president. Have we got a new president? Is it TM Junior? Or have you always been? Who's the president?
No.
Why did I think that Junior was president? I thought I saw a message saying, was it a joke? Anyway, I misread something.
She is the president of Lampoon.
The president.
Yes.
That's why I got confused. Yeah, in the message. But it's back to Tanu to finish with the president here. Great. Okay. Thank
you very much, Shame. I'm sorry to confuse you, but actually,
I'm easily confused. It's fine.
She is a president, but Lampoon Toastmaster.
Oh, different. Yeah.
Thank you. So everyone, I hope you enjoyed the meeting, and we all need food for our physical body. That we all know what is good for our body, and we also need food for our mind. And that might be meditation and more, we don't know. And also food for our soul, spirit. So we join Toastmasters. We don't need food for our body because we are online at the moment, but we also have a lot of food for our soul and our mind by joining Toastmasters. And that is what I think we cover everything in this tiny meeting. Thank you, James, for prepare the theme of the day. And well prepared. I love it. So next, who's gonna be our Toastmaster of the day? We can decide before we adjourn the meeting. I think so that he or she can prepare the theme, and we will produce the poster to PR our event. Anyone? You just raise your hand or let us know. And then the rest will be under your control. I think you are the one who saved Chiang Mai Toastmasters many years ago.
Oh, you said to over to more.
No,
I need time because I almost forget the process of the meeting. Give me some time.
No worry. So maybe Toastmaster Yong, you just come back, right? You missed one term already.
Yes, so, I can do. Yes, I can do. I can do speaker number one as well next time.
That's great. That's great. So we have Toastmaster of the day already. We can prepare our meeting earlier. So our next meeting will be on the third Sunday, the new time, 5:45 p.m. So we will announce that on our Facebook. Thank you very much. And let us declare the meeting adjourned. See you next week.
See you in 2 weeks. Bye-bye. Bye, guys. Bye-bye.